Hi Capricorn, good morning. We're going to do a mid-month December reading for you. I'll pull some baseline cards, then we'll clarify each. You might get a mix of cards here because this is a general reading, so you have to take what resonates, leave the rest. There are lots of you, so there'll be multiple messages that come out. I do not ever read anything through rose-colored glasses. I will always tell you the energy, the way it is, the way it needs to be read. May not always be what you want to hear, but that's the whole point, is that there are messages that, sometimes you need to hear. This way you know where your focus needs to go, what needs to be worked on. Let's see. Okay. All right. Wow. We are starting off very beautifully for you this month, Capricorn. You have Page of Cups. That's someone who is coming in with a small offering of some kind. Pages are ready to move, ready to go forward. They are about travel sometimes, and like I said, forward motion and movement. This is a Page of Cups, which tells me that's something emotional. It's a beginning of something. It could be an apology also that you've been waiting on, that's coming. Ten of Pentacles, card of ultimate stability, having everything that you want, being able to enjoy all of the work that you've put in. You've been working very, very, very hard towards something, and the payoff is here. It's the tens are completions, ending of cycles. So you have completed a big journey that you had been on. This is about building a family legacy, building a name for yourself, being really elevated in the position that you're in right now. The Hierophant, higher levels of commitment, marriage, traditional things like moving into the next stage of a relationship, whether it be moving in together, living, with someone, combining families, things like that. This is also a card of rituals and traditions and stuff. So around the holidays could be a big time for you for growth and development. The Lovers, this is a card of ultimate union. This is finding your soulmate, your other half, your equal partner, and an equal match. And that may be what a lot of you have been working on too. Although I have a feeling this Ten of Pentacles is separate from that. That's more a card of what you've been working on in terms of financials. So let's start there. I want to pull on the Ten of Pentacles. First card you got is Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about feeling a little bored or stagnant with what was in front of you. And that leads to movement. When you don't like what is there, you have to find a different way. And that's why you got the Three of Wands with it. The Three of Wands is figuring out which path is ultimately yours and leaving behind what was not working. This is ready to go on a new adventure, heading towards stability, toward the things that you want, that you know are going to ground you and put you in a better headspace. That Three of Cups, sometimes when you're busy focusing on what didn't work, you forget that the universe is about to deliver you a big present, a big surprise, something that you've been working hard toward. And it's finally, coming around to you. Page of Cups. What is this Page of Cups doing here? Let's see. Okay. This Page of Cups has a lot of energy, and I know that because it's clarified by the Page of Cups. And that tells me that, again, it's forward movement. It's somebody coming in and saying, I have this gift for you. Do you want it? This may also even be your own. It's like your energy is matching this other person, whoever is coming in for it. The Hermit tells me that you had to go into a state of inner growth. The Hermit is there when you need enlightenment, and it's when you're figuring out your soul's purpose and figuring out exactly why you're here. You are able to take the next steps forward, and it's finding that light within again. Ace of Wands. This is something new and exciting and a spark, and it's pretty phallic, so look at it, and it's something. It's about lust and excitement, and it's a start of something new. Aces are new beginnings, so this is a new exciting beginning that has lit a spark in you, But you always have to make sure with that Ace of Wands that you keep that spark going, because as quick as it was to ignite is as fast as it can be to burn out. Queen of Pentacles, that tells me though that you have what it takes to keep going. Queen of Pentacles is rooted and grounded, and she knows her worth. She knows that she brings stability. She knows very much what she brings to the table, and she has the power to call it all in because she is not afraid to put the work in. This is a fool in love. This is a fool ready to embark on a brand new journey. And again, that all lead when you leave that Four of Cups energy, that stagnation, that boredom of what's in front of you, you are ready to take this step forward into a whole brand new space. And the Fool isn't really a fool. The Fool has a couple secrets, up his sleeve, a little bit of, he's ready to take on the world, but he goes in it not just with excitement, but with a little bit of something that he knows that he, like I said, that he brings to the table. It's about knowing your value of why you're heading in a new direction, because it's something that is worthy of you. Justice is equilibrium and balance. It's a major arcana card, which tells me that the universe has stepped in and has decided that the balance was needed here. Justice card is there too sometimes when people are going through legal matters, but it tells me that it's in your favor, especially with these other cards that are surrounding it. So any of you dealing with any kind of legal situations or matters like that right now, it looks like it's going to end favorably. Tell me why the Hierophant is here. Why is the Hierophant here? The Chariot. Yeah, that is quick. That's also another major arcana card. It is very swift movement in a new direction. And you got the Three of Wands again. It's being able to very clearly see which path is yours and what needs to be left behind. So those of you in a marriage, or even coming out of a marriage or something like that, where that could be a card of divorce, or not that it's a card of, but legal matters, if it had to do with a divorce or something like that. The Hierophant is there with these cards telling you that there is movement forward, and it's in a positive direction. It's finally figuring out. I think once you took that time to reflect, find the light within, figure out your purpose here, you were able to very quickly, once that enlightenment happens, you can't go backwards. Once you're enlightened, you don't go back into the dark. Once you realize the self-worth, then there is no choice but to move ahead and move forward. So those of you who are, like I said, contemplating or maybe getting a proposal now around the holidays or something like that, I think this is a very good step in a positive direction for you. All right, that's all that needed to be clarified out of that. Now we're going to clarify the Lovers. Let's talk about why the Lovers is here. Eight of Swords, something you were mentally, you were trapped in your head about for a while. I think you were wondering and not knowing, was this going to happen? Was this coming for you? Or it's only because it wasn't the time yet. The Wheel. The Wheel is a major arcana card. Again, you've a lot of major arcana cards here. Major arcanas are all about fate and destiny and the universe having plans for you. So right now the wheel is turning and it's moving and it's changing in your favor. It's time to drop whatever was burdening you in the past. Any heavy burdens, feeling very overworked, overtired, like you were just carrying way too much. That all ends. You've got the Ten of Pentacles again. So all that work and everything that you put in, that you were in your head about, and is this going to work? Am I going in the right direction? You absolutely are. You are headed towards that Ten of Pentacles, which is having everything. That's being able to have all of your biggest wishes granted. And I think it took a while to come. Another major arcana card here is the Moon. With so many major arcanas, that tells me that all this work that you put in there were a lot of lessons that needed to be learned. The major arcana is all about fate and destiny, but it has to do with you learning different spiritual lessons in order to progress and get to that point of really being able to reap in, like, all of that, the seeds that you planted and all the work you put in is finally showing. And I think that you almost have a fear that, one of those shoes is going to drop, or something that you don't know about something, or there are secrets being kept from you, or things like that. It's the moon is that kind of an energy. But don't worry, because this came out twice, and you can see very clearly now. You can see through it, you can see above it, you can see past it. And I think that the universe, like I said, has said that they've seen it too. They see all of this work that you have put in, and you've put a lot of work in here. So get out of your own headspace of thinking that all of this isn't coming, because this is a very divine union, not only with someone else, but even with yourself. It's being able to be fully complete as a whole on your own, so that a divine counterpart can actually match you on that same frequency that you now are in, because you are, after all of this spiritual enlightenment and awakening and figuring out your soul's purpose, you are on a totally different vibration now. So any of this past energy or anything you were bored and stagnant about doesn't matter, because you're headed, Three of Wands twice, in such a great direction. And it's time. It's time for the wheel to turn in your favor. You've put the work in. The universe has recognized it. You've learned the lessons. You're in a good space. I'm going to pull a love oracle card, and then I'll end my reading like we always do, with a song choice, which means I will shuffle a random deck, because I resonate a lot through music, and I know a lot of you do as well. So look up the lyrics, look up the artist, the year it was made, whatever it is, but there's going to be a message in there for you. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Yeah, I think that once you are in this good space, if that's what you've been wishing and hoping for, and it's, for this higher level of commitment, this marriage, this whatever it is, whoever is coming in, you had that Page of Cups twice, that Page of Cups, which is an offer and is an apology. And I feel like, if this came out twice, that tells me that maybe both of you have needed to apologize about something, or whatever it might be, but things will be said, and love offers, things like that, words of love will be exchanged. And I feel like you're ready for it. If this is a past person coming in, I feel like it's going to go well. The reconciliation will go well. It's going to bring you to a higher level of, making sure that you're both on the same page and you want the same things here. So let's see what your song is for the month. Waiting for a Star to Fall by Boy Meets Girl. I love that song. That's one of my absolute favorites. And yeah, I think that's what it is. You were waiting for that star to fall for you. And that's, the star is all about, I'm surprised star didn't come out in this, is about your biggest wishes and wish fulfillments and healing and all of that. And I think that you have taken the time with all of the work you've put in, and your healing, and you are now enlightened. And just like I said, the wheel is turning in your favor, and you are off in such a good direction. The Chariot, has places to go and people to see and things to do. And he is, en route, and he is headed toward that stability, because from that Three of Wands, you go to the Four of Wands eventually. Four of Wands is that 1111 card of someone who wants the foundation and the same mutual things, willing to put in equal amounts of work as you to get to those ultimate goals of Ten of Pentacles, which you also have twice. And you watch me shuffle. It's not like I can, pull whatever cards I feel like. Out of 78 cards in a deck, and I pull from like 12 different ones, the likelihood of multiple cards all the time is, really tells me that the universe is trying to give you messages. But this heavy burden, this whatever it is that you were feeling of, will my efforts ever pay off? Am I going to get all that I want in the end? Yeah, you absolutely do. You get that and then some. I hope this was helpful for you. I will pull, at the end of the month, I'll pull a spread for 2023. I'll pull a card for each month, see kind of, the energy of each month of what happens for you come 2023. I hope this was helpful for you. In the meantime, over the next couple of weeks, enjoy your holidays, and I'll see you soon.